Hey everybody, Steve Bergen here, and today we're going to look at BookCreator. It's now September 2014, and I believe we're up to version 3.2. And like most companies, they keep adding nice features. So let me close this up. Here's the icon for BookCreator right over there, and I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to go immediately to New Book. So you can work in parallel if you want, or you can watch the video and then try it. Lots and lots of features. This is a wonderful program. When you see this screen, there are three sizes, and although it seems like it doesn't matter, but if you choose the first size portrait, you'll be able to have a left page and a right page, and that's what I would like you to do. So choose portrait amongst these three choices. And the very first thing it says is let's put together a cover. So I'd like your book to be about something that's related to your curriculum, and hopefully you've got pictures in your camera roll. So the top right, there are only three icons. We're going to go through them thoroughly. The plus means I want to add something to this page. I'm on the cover page, but I could be on any page. I'm going to go through all five of them, right? If I go to photos and I go to my camera roll, I will look for something that is educationally interesting, perhaps a map of the United States, and I've added that to my cover. I move it by tapping and pressing in the middle. I resize it by using one of the blue circles, any one of them, in one of the corners. I'm going back to plus, and plus means add item. I could use my camera and take a picture. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go to pen, and I'm going to use a thick pen, and I'm going to just scribble my title, learn about the USA. But I think I will go done. There's your blue circles again. Finger press on one blue circle to resize. And I will type USA using the plus, and now adding text. And I will say better do caps lock, USA, and then I choose done. And now I've got my first situation to scratch my head about. It was relatively easy to put the map on there for my camera roll, to write with text, but how come I can't make that more interesting? Oh, I need to inspect it. I need to change it. I need to alter it. So look in the upper right of the BookCreator interface. Plus means add an item, but the I means inspect that item, or possibly I want to change that item. So if I go to I can see on the very bottom I can delete it. I can center it with the align tool, which is 2 from the bottom. I can change the font. I can change the color. And most importantly at the top, I can change the size. So to review, you add with the plus symbol, and that's where we add a picture, a pen drawing, text, and coming soon sound. But once you add, you modify. Maybe that I stands for I want to modify. So learn about I will go to the I, and I don't have too many choices here. I can delete it on the bottom. If I have layers, I can move it to the front or the back. So there's not too many options there. With the map, I have a few more options. If I go to the I have a hyperlink, and that's cool. And so the hyperlink means that I could program this picture to go to summercore.com or some website if I want to. We used the I with the text because that's really the place that you want to change the size, change the color, and do things. Okay, I'm going to add a sound to this by going plus and then add sound, and okay everybody, we are going to be learning about the USA in this 5 or 10 page book. Enjoy, and hope this helps you with the quiz coming up. So the interface is very straightforward. I'll put that sound in this corner. And again, common interface, blue circles that you can use to make things bigger or smaller. Okay, what have I not covered? There's an undo feature. So if I go to plus and I go to pen and I start scribbling, there's an undo in the upper left that takes back your last move. There's a eraser feature. So if I go to learn about and I go to I think it's I, maybe only when I'm drawing. Let's try this. I will go to plus and I will go pen. Yep, and now while I'm drawing, I have the ability to grab the eraser and erase a portion. I think if I wanted to alter learn about, I don't have the ability to do that. I would have to go to I, delete it, and then I would recreate it. I think that's my only flexibility there. Okay, now I'm going to go to the right arrow, and now I have pages 2 and 3 in my book to be. I now have the feature with I to make the left page be a color and to make the right page be a different color. And I only have that feature because way back when I chose new book, I chose portrait. You have the free version of BookCreator which has all the features, all of them, but you cannot have multiple books. So notice that I have 5 books here. You only can have 1 book. That's the marketing gimmick of the free one. When I'm on this page, which is the main BookCreator page, and you'll have your 1 book here, and you get there by My Books, and then you'll have your Getting Started tutorial, which by the way is excellent. Notice on the bottom it says a new book by A.N. author. You don't want that. What you want to do is go to the I and give it a title and give it the author. So it's a minor detail, but nonetheless one that you should attend to. Okay, how did I get there? I went to the main page, and then when I'm looking at my books, and again you only have 2, I go to the I for I want to, or I for inspect, and now I change the title on the author. Okay, let's go back and finish up our book. Book is somewhat of a poor choice of name. It really means a project. I'd be very happy if they changed the name of this app to be Project Creator instead of Book Creator. You can, on any page, put the critical elements for doing a project. On any page, you can go to Photos, go to the camera roll, right, and grab a picture and resize it. On any page, you can go to plus, and you get your pen, you get your text, and you got your sound. And those are the elements of a book. And that's it. It really is. right? When you have multiple pages, and now I'm on page 3, and I'm going to get a photo from something pointing to California. When you have multiple pages, I'm going to have, right, 2 more pages coming soon. Left color orange, bright color yellow. A very new and useful feature is the ability to move something from one page to the next, so that if I want this map of the United States to also be on page 4, all I do is a long press on that, and I have the ability to cut, copy, paste, or lock. Okay, and that cut, copy, paste, or lock is very useful. They didn't have this feature a few months ago, and so I'm going to choose copy, and now I'm going to go to page 4 and do a long press. Just tap and hold, that's a long press, and choose paste, and that's great. You can bring videos in if you have videos in your camera roll. So if I go to page 5 and I go to plus and I go to photos, you know your camera roll holds pictures as well as videos. So I'm going to add a video and I'm going to choose use, and now that video is going to be on page 5. When you have a bunch of pages, you have the ability in the top left, right between My Books and Undo, to go to pages, and you have the ability to change the order. Not the cover page, but the other pages. So I can tap on 4 and 5 and do a long press and move it over, and now I've rearranged the pages of my book. You can do that anytime you want. If you want to test your book, now I'll just click on 2-3 to get to it. That's kind of strange. When you go to pages, you have to actually, after you're done rearranging, if that's what you wanted to do, you have to double tap on a page, and now you're there. In the upper right, we've been through plus and I. There's something we haven't done under I, we will. And then there's the arrow in the box. So what we haven't done under I is show how you could hyperlink text. So I'm going to go plus, I'm going to go text, I'm going to say click here to learn more about California. And you have the ability, we've been through this before, to make it bigger, go to the eye, change the size. But you also have the ability to hyperlink a word. So if I double tap on my text box and then I double tap on the word here, you'll see the very nice feature called link. And then by using link, I can type in the website that I want the student to go to when he or she clicks on here. So you can link pictures by going picture, I, and using hyperlink, or you can click text by double tapping on the word and then choosing the feature called link. Okay, hope that helps. In the upper right is our arrow in the box. It's as close to being universal, right? Many software app publishers use it and programmers. And the arrow in the box means let's get this out of here and somewhere else. So when I press arrow in the box, you see some of the choices that you have for moving this project somewhere. Okay? Some that we will commonly use include the first one, open in iBooks. iBooks is a book reading app that's free, somewhat like the Kindle app for the Kindle. And when I open this book in iBooks, I'm able to check it out and test it out and see how it looks. So now as I go forward or backwards, everything works. I can tap on this and I can hear the sound. Okay, my volume is down, but otherwise you would hear it. I can tap on this and play the video, and I can tap on the word here and test out that it goes to the link, right, that I chose. Okay, and it should be, yep, it did. Just a little bit slow. I'll use the 5-finger swipe to get back to this, and be careful because the two things look alike. In other words, BookCreator is where you are sort of in the kitchen programming the book, and 5-finger swipe, iBooks is where you're viewing the book. And it's very typical during a project as you're improving this and you want to test it out. I would say 3, 4, 5 times you're going to go arrow in the box and open in iBooks, and it just puts another copy of the book there. That's not a big deal. And now you'll be able to test it out. And then you can either go home button, belly button, right, and BookCreator, and you're back to where you're in the kitchen. So iBooks is like being in the dining room, eating the meal, whereas BookCreator is in the kitchen, creating the meal. Creating the meal and making the dishes. All right, so I'd love to see a good project about some curriculum. Remember, it's a project creator, so you can have sound, you can have video, you can have links, you can have pictures, you can have text. And then, in order for you to get me the book, you're going to have to press arrow in the box. And if the book is small enough, you might be able to email it. Right? Whoops, that was a mistake on my part. Sorry about that. Arrow in the box. It's going to be Google Drive. That's going to be the way you're going to get me your book. It's not so easy to move data and projects from one iPad to another. But in order for me to see it, we're going to have to go open in Drive, upload the book, and then do a few things so I could get it. After you upload the book, it comes in with a name that we don't really like. You see how it says right under Files about the US.EPUB. So I'm going to tap on the I, and I'm going to rename the book, because that way I'll know I will have it. So I will call it, using standard notation, I will put my name in, Steve Bergen, and then I will put the topic, and the topic happens to be USA, and then I will put the date, September 29, and I don't think it's necessary, but it's not a bad habit to leave it as .EPUB, and I will rename it. That file that's now in your Google Drive, or if you're a Dropbox user, in Dropbox, that file is not yet in my location. So what you're going to have to do after you do that is move it to the location that I've designated, which is a folder that begins with 2014. And so there's a folder for our projects that's called a shared folder, and it says shared files for F14. And when I move it here, it gets there. This is not easy. I want you to concentrate on your book and making it and being happy with it. And I'll have another video and more explanation, and we'll also help you one-on-one on how you turn that book in using Google Docs. or Google Docs or Dropbox. Okay, this is Steve Bergen signing off. Hope this video has been useful. Bye, everybody.